Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe ICC fans. Welcome to a full day of softball out here at the ballpark. 4 games scheduled to come your way this afternoon here in Fulton. I'm Adam Gore, joined in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth by Michael Upton. And Michael, big day of softball, officially opening, well, not officially opening, but being able to play on the ballpark now that the construction has kind of settled down some.
Exactly. It's great to be back home after being on the road so much, even in Tupelo on the road.
As we're getting set for the national anthem, so let's take you to the field. And as we mentioned, a full day of softball coming your way. Let's run down that lineup here for you this afternoon, as it will be ICC and DMAC starting things off here. Then the 2 o'clock game is going to be Jones and Wallace State. And that'll be followed by Game 3 between Jones and DMAC, and then ICC will have the final game of the evening against Wallace State. So 4 of the most tradition-rich programs over the last 10 years scoring off this afternoon here in Fulton. As you see, ICC getting ready to take the field, and we'll have that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch coming your way here in a moment. Before we do that, let's take a break and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore, you got Michael Upton here. We're going to have a unique camera set up today, as we said, still construction going on, so can't access the press box. As on-play and umpire asking for one of the gates to be closed over there. And so we're just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in Fulton. We'll give you the starting lineups for both squads. This is going to be Ellie Nielsen to start us off here. She's facing Julia Shaw in the circle. That first pitch is across at 11:53 for a strike. That's the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in game 1 of 4 this afternoon. Of course, Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank. Tommy Chamley and all the fine folks there at Guaranteed Bank. New name, same great service as you come to expect there from that crew. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Shaw is in the circle. We'll take a look at some numbers on her here in a moment. As this pitch is popped up, shortstop's going to go back and will make the play for out number 1. Well, Michael, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those stats on Julia Shaw this season.
Sure, this is her 12th appearance of the year, her 10th game started. She comes in today with a record of 5 wins, 4 losses, 6 complete games. She's given up 66 hits, 50 runs, only 35 of those earned. She's walked 27 but struck out 34 and brings an ERA of 4.62 into today's contest.
And so she will dig in here and throw that first pitch for a ball. This is Kelsey Palmer. Palmer playing in left field, batting second here for DMAC. The number 11 team in the country comes in with a 6-4 record. ICC 7-10 on the season. As this is a shot out to right field, it's going to get to the gap, and that's going to be for extra bases. We'll see if they'll try to send her to 3. No, they're going to hold her up at 2, and that'll be a double there by Palmer.
And she just went down and hold that one, drove it out in the corner, got her first double of the year.
And so the first hit of the game belonging to DMAC, and now this will bring up Kalia Sawyers. I apologize if I'm saying those names wrong, but Sawyers is catching here in game 1.
She's had limited plate appearance this year, but does have a 500 batting average.
So she'll dig in with an RBI opportunity with a runner at second and 1 out here in the top of the first. No score. That first pitch going to miss low for a ball. You've got Shaw in the circle. Riley Tyree is behind the plate for the Indians. She's been battling through some early season injuries. Good to see her back regularly in the starting lineup now. As that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Palmer, standing at second base, does not have any stolen bases on the year, or at least no successful ones. I'm not sure about attempts. But she is going to look to try to see if she can advance on anything that gets away.
There's a hard hit. Ball is over the head of the shortstop, and this could be trouble. They're going to waiver from second to home. And a smart play that time is really didn't have a chance to throw the runner out trying to score, at least keep her at first that time. And so that's going to be an RBI single by Sawyers, and DMAC strikes first.
Yeah, Palmer was running on the pitch and able to easily turn once that got to the outfield score.
So now it's 1-0 here in the top of the first inning, 1 out. And this is Milanowski, the DP coming to the plate, Delaney Milanowski. That is a good, strong Midwestern name.
Indeed.
That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to the DP, Milanowski. 1 out, runner at first. 1-0 is the score here. DMAC with the early advantage in this one. Pitch in the dirt, missing low. 1-1 now is the count.
See these DMAC batters being very patient, very disciplined at the plate, not chasing much. So Shaw's going to have to really find her spots to get those corner strikes.
So waiting the 1-1 offering here from Shaw. Nice off-speed pitch there. Gets her way ahead of that one. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. We're in the top of the first inning. DMAC with the 1-0 lead. Again, we'll give you the starting lineups for both squads in the exchange of the innings here. As this pitch popped up, center fielder Sammy Day Jones giving chase, will reel it in, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 away now, and this will bring up Campbell Kelly, the shortstop, batting in the 5 hole right here. Looks like Jones making their way into the ballpark. They'll have the next 2 games coming your way here on the ICC Sports Network. So 2 away, runner at first. And Kelly at the plate. That first pitch missing high for a ball.
Kelly only has a 250 batting average, but does have 6 RBI on the year. So not the highest average, but still gets it done for her team when she needs to.
That pitch right down the middle, good answer there. Count is actually 1-1. I had it as 0-2 on the board. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first here for DMAC. That one ripped right back up the middle, almost hitting Shaw, and that's going to be a solid 2-out single there by Kelly. And so a clutch 2-out hit to extend the inning, and now this will be Kinsley Robertson, the pitcher, coming to the plate, and she can really hit her own cause here with a base hit.
Indeed, she has not batted a lot this year, only 4 plate appearances in 5 games. But, you know, pitchers love that chance to drive in those runs and help the cause.
So runners on first and second. That pitch in there for a strike. Shaw's doing a good job of filling up the zone, but DMAC doing a good job of making contact early. So 0-1 is the count. Here to Robertson. And they're going to appeal to say if she went, and that's going to be a tough call. I'm going to agree she did not go.
Tough call from that position for the umpire anyway. From that shortstop spot, you can't really get that down the line look.
Which we got a pretty good look from our point of view, not in their traditional spot. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. But we're normally in the press box, which is directly behind it. We're actually set up down the first baseline. And so 1-2 now is the count. This pitch popped up off the netting, and that'll stay 1-2 now, the count. Well, you see Jones cutting in front of us here. That's because they're trying to get to the batting cages.
Little special walk-in conditions today to get everybody where they need to be, but
yeah,
we're grateful to all our teams that worked hard to make us be able to be out here today.
Yeah, still a little bit of a construction zone. As waiting the 1-2 pitch here, this one popped up right field. And that's going to be a foul ball. Well, one thing that has not changed yet anyway, in the old press box, we couldn't see down the line.
Well, you can't. I could have stood up and caught that, but with our position today, the roof of the dugout, home dugout, did block my view.
Yeah, I do appreciate the physical plant, John Wayne and his crew, setting us up a tent. Even took the time to think about us and set up a tarp on the right to block that sun when it starts setting on us. 1-2 now is the count. That pitch missing low. Evens the count up now at 2-2. 1-0 is your score. It was an RBI single by Salyers that scored Palmer, who doubled with 1 out in the inning. Indians trying to get out of the inning with minimal damage done. There's strike 3.
Got her looking.
Beautiful pitch there by Shaw, able to get that Renaissance Bank strikeout, the first strikeout of the afternoon here by Shaw, and it come with a clutch one there. Got her looking at strike 3. Well, let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. We've already introduced you to the first 6 batters for DMAC, but we'll go back over those and introduce you to the 9 here.
And, of course, starting today for Des Moines area is leading off was Ellie Nelson playing third base, followed by Palmer, who got the double, playing in left field today. Salyers is catching, and Milanowski is the DP. Kelly plays the shortstop, and Robertson, the pitcher, was the last out of the inning. Batting 7th will be Trewin at first base. Batting 8th will be Bella Nelson, the right fielder, and batting 9th will be Heron, the second baseman. The center fielder is Freer.
She is the flex today for DMAC. For ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Kelly Beth Ernest and Coach Hawk hope they got that same winning combination put together today against the number 11 team in the country in DMAC.
All right, leading off today for ICC is going to be the shortstop, Hallie Turner. She'll be followed second by Sammy Day Jones, the center fielder. Batting third will be Smith, playing first base. Riley Tyree, your catcher, back behind the plate today, is batting cleanup in the 4th spot. Julia Shaw, the pitcher who you saw at the top of the first inning, bats 5th. Avery Wolf, the third baseman, bats in the 6th spot. Emma Rose Thompson in right field bats 7th. And 8th will be Martin in left field. And rounding out the bottom will be Cooper playing second base today.
And that is both lineups today presented by Coke. I've got my Coke here with me.
I've got my Gold Peak tea provided by our friends at Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works.
Absolutely.
So to each your own flavor, but thankful for all that Coca-Cola does for us.
Yes, most definitely a proud sponsor of not only ICC Athletics, but Itawamba Community College as well. So this is going to be Turner, the shortstop, to lead us off here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. ICC trailing it 1-0 here to DMAC. ICC comes in with a record of 7-10 on the year. That first pitch in there for a strike. This is Robertson in the circle, and let's take a look at some numbers on her.
Yes, sir. This is her 5th appearance of the year and her 4th game started. She has 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 save so far this year.
This is going to be a fly out to the right side, and it's going to get foul and out of play. 0-2 now is the count here on Turner.
In 14.2 innings, Robertson has given up 17 hits, 15 runs, 14 of those earned, walked 5, but struck out an impressive 23. She's given up 2 home runs on the year. She has an ERA of 6.68.
Those are your stats being brought to you by Samstown Market there in Manatee. 0-2 is the count here to Turner. High pitch, as now the count goes 1-2.
Turner comes in today batting .339 with 19 hits, 7 of those doubles and 7 RBIs. So looking for a big opportunity here to lead off and get in scoring position.
And there's strike 3. Nice pitch there by Robertson. The heater couldn't decide to pull the trigger on it, and that's going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout of Turner. First one of the day for Robertson.
Once again, kind of like I said, came in today with 23. She's either going to strike them out or give up some runs, but you definitely can't be looking with her because she's going to get those strikes.
Now up will be the center fielder, Sammy Day Jones, coming to the plate for the Indians.
Sammy has a nice .409 batting average coming in today.
Takes that pitch for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Sammy Day.
She has 18 hits, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs, and has been able to walk 13 times.
Robertson doing a good job of getting ahead of the batter so far in the first 2 that she's seen. There's a rip right back up the middle, and Sammy Day's got the first hit of the day, and she's going to go to second on an error.
Yeah, just a missed bobble there by the second baseman trying to pick that up out there, and it gets out to the outfield.
Go back and look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay, nearly hitting the pitcher, and just kind of took her eye off the prize there to the center fielder, allowed Sammy Day to advance. So that'll be officially a single advance on the error, E8 on the play. And now the tying run in scoring position. This is going to bring up Jessie Smith to the plate. And Michael, she was red hot in her last outing. 3 home runs.
She did. She raised her batting average to .404 and now has the team-leading 18 RBI.
That pitch high for a ball. Sammy Day took a big jump off that pitch.
Those three home runs also vaulted her into the lead for the team over a couple of people who have 2.
So 1-0 is the count here to Jessie Smith. She's playing first. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Robertson has found that outside corner to the right-handed batters. Umpire likes it. She likes it. ICC batters are going to have to watch for that and be ready.
Yeah, she's got some zip on her fastball here early. Took a little bit off of the rise ball there. It goes high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first with 1 out here. ICC trailing at 1-0. As that pitch just missing outside. 3-1 now is the count. Well, a good crowd making their way into the ballpark. Feel like it's going to fill up in a hurry once Jones gets here, along with Wallace State, which is not that far away from here. DMAC, well, that's a little bit of a trip.
Yeah.
As there's a swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. 3-2 now is the count. But I say that, though.
Not a Sunday afternoon drive, but they did bring a
They brought a good crowd.
As I was getting out of my car, I noticed several folks getting out.
I think they're making like a 3-day tour down here. I think they played at Northeast. As we'll wait the 3-2 offering here. Smith hacks at a high pitch. It's out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2. Good job of finding a piece of that one to keep the AB alive.
Yeah, much like the teams from other teams from Illinois that came down 2 weekends ago. They come down and get to play a lot of teams in a little bit better weather, get their season started off when they can't quite get on their fields as early as we can.
The count is full here to Smith, the runner at second. That's Sammy Day Jones, and this one's hammered. This one's got a chance. Back, and it's gone. A home run.
Yeah, that right fielder kept looking, hoping she'd have a chance, and there wasn't going to be it.
Well, stay hot, Jessie, as she has hit 4 home runs in her last 3 games, and ICC able to take the lead now at 2-1. That was one of those, again, Michael, I couldn't see it, so I appreciate you jumping up to watch that. One thing I am going to say is watch your head when you do jump.
I've got to make sure I go left.
Yeah, make sure you go left.
Straight up. So.
Well, I believe I see what brought the magic into the field. Rob just came in. And as soon as she comes in, gets to see Jessie, her former teammate, hit a home run as that first pitch missing for a ball.
Great to see her back out here today in her ICC softball swag.
So this is Riley Tyree, and what a rip, but what a play over there at third. As that one was hit hard.
Adam, that is why those third basemen need to wear those masks.
Yes. And that is why she's wearing that mask.
Quick shot, and great reaction time by
that's Ellie Nelson,
who was a leadoff batter in that first inning for DMAC.
So now 2 outs in the inning, and this is going to bring up Julia Shaw. Shaw pitching here for the Indians. Looks at that first pitch high for a ball.
Shaw's got 13 hits on the year, 2 doubles, and 10 RBI. So as much like we said in the top of the inning, pitchers want to add to their lead, give themselves an opportunity to keep this inning going.
There's a ground ball to the third baseman, scooped up, throw across the way is in time for the out. 5-3 for those of you scoring at home, but not before the damage was done. A 2-run shot by Jessie Smith gives the Indians a 2-0 lead after 1. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here. There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the second inning. ICC leads it 2-1. As that pitch across for a strike, this is Trewin?
I'm saying Trewin.
That's what I'll go with. That
Mia. Her name's Mia.
Yeah. Trewin sounds a lot better than what I just tried to say. As that pitch high for a ball, 1-1 now is the count.
She's playing first base today. Has not played in as many games, only her 10th at bat of the year, but does have 3 RBI and a pair of doubles.
1-1 is the count. Shaw still in the circle here for the Indians. That pitch, nice job taking a little bit off of that one, as 1-2 now is the count. It was a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first by Jesse Smith that made it a 2-1 contest in favor of the Indians. Is that pitch going to miss low? Couldn't get her to chase one. Good eye on the part of Traywin that time. Wind blowing today, but going to be gusting at times. Kind of hard to tell which way it's blowing, as there's going to be a foul ball towards the ICC dugout, and we'll stay at 2-2. Reason why it's tough to tell is, one, we can't see the trees we normally judge by, and the other trees in the outfield, well, they've got no leaves.
Well, I can get the flag now. It is starting to pick up a little bit, and it's going left to right as it traditionally does here, toward the right foul pole.
So 2-2 is the count here to Traywin. There's a hard hit ball that's going to get through for a leadoff single. Nice at bat, able to foul off a pitch, keep the at bat alive, and come through for the 4th hit of the game for DMAC.
Yeah, just got it right in the hole between Wolf and the shortstop.
Of course, anything to the outfield today, you'll probably see the ball relayed in just like we just saw there. As we did get a pretty good rain. What was it, Friday?
Most of the day Friday.
Yeah, got a good sunny day yesterday and was able to dry the field off, especially the infield needed it bad. Going to show bunt, pull it back, and take that one for a ball. Appreciate the grounds crew.
I was about to say they were out here working hard before the game to get the field ready, also to get the pitching bullpens prepared and get them dry to where the pitchers and catchers can prepare as well.
Got time taken here by the Indians. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Hear a word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back after that brief meeting in the mound there. No changes made for the Indians. So this will bring up Bella Nelson, the right fielder, batting in the 8th spot to the plate here for DMAC. 2-1 ICC with the lead here in the top of the 2nd. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 now is the count.
Nelson has struggled some at the plate. She's only got a 182 batting average with 12 strikeouts, but anybody on this team can be dangerous, so ICC's got to be prepared for this situation with runner on first, no outs.
1-1 pitch on its way. That one missing low and outside. 2-1 now is the count. Well, as we mentioned, if you're joining us, well, sit back, grab an ice cold Coca-Cola, or 2, or 3, or 4, because we've got a quadruple
12-pack.
Yeah, a quadruple header coming your way this afternoon. Shows bunt, fouls it back off the netting. Evens things up here at 2-2. Jones and Wallace will be up next here. And then it'll be Jones and DMAC, and then ICC and Wallace will close out the evening here in Fulton. 2-2 is the count. No outs and a runner on first. And that one just missing outside as Shaw trying to get that outside corner, maybe just a little bit too low for the umpire's liking. And now the count goes full. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, her 2nd of the game. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. 1 out in the inning now, and this will bring up Heron. She's going to pop this one up, and the play will be made over at 3rd.
Nice, easy little pop there. Easy for Wolf to slide over and snatch that.
So quickly 2 away now. Runner unable to advance on either one of the previous at-bats, and we go back to the top of the lineup now. This is Ellie Nielsen that will dig in. She popped up. Well, she was still in the dirt, almost shallow left to the shortstop. This is that first pitch outside, ball 1. This is one thing they did well in the previous inning, was come up with some 2-out hits here. See if the Indians can go ahead and get back in the dugout here, looking for that third out. That pitch in there for a strike. Evens the count up now at 1-1.
Very similar pitch there, just got a little more inside and found that corner she was looking for.
So 1-1 now is the count. This is Ellie Nelson. She hammers this one. This one's trouble. Left fielder going back, and it's a foul ball, though. Woo.
Ooh, that's what you call a home foul.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the distance and maybe 8 inches foul, Adam.
Yeah.
It was just past the foul pole there.
Yeah, good job by the home plate umpire. He jumped up and hustled halfway down the line just to make sure. So the Indians get a gift there, as that one was absolutely tattooed. But as you said, pulled foul only by inches. So 1-2 now is the count. That pitch high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count here on Nelson. Don't know if they're twins, but there's a Ellie Nelson and a Bella Nelson.
We'll try to find that out for us here in a little while.
2-2 pitch high, gets away, and the runner will advance to second without an issue on the wild pitch. So now the tying run in scoring position here with a 3-2 count. If Nielsen were to reach, then Palmer would be next, and she doubled in her first at-bat. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Shaw starting to find herself there, I believe, Adam.
Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, third of the game, gets the Indians out of a jam. We'll head to the bottom of the second. ICC leads it 2-1. But before we do that, let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the second inning for ICC. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. As that pitch looked a little up, but called a strike on Avery Wolf. Wolf, Thompson, and Martin due up here for the Indians. A 2-run home run by Smith is the difference in the game so far. As this pitch is popped up, giving chase and over our heads for strike 2.
Give Wolf another opportunity here to stay alive.
Well, that's one thing we're going to have to get used to today is there is a possibility of us getting some action on these foul balls.
Yeah, if you get one high to the right and it's dropped straight down, might be on top of this.
So the 0-2 pitch coming here to Wolf. That one in the dirt. Not a bad spot to see if you couldn't get her to chase one there. Nobody on base to worry about it getting away. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that 0-2 count, you can go something low outside, wherever you want to. Just see if you can catch a nervous batter.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Wolf. Wolf playing at third. Rips that one. Shortstop will come up, have a clean play, throw it across the way in time for the putout. 6-3 for those of you that might be scoring at home. And that's going to bring up Emma Rose Thompson, the right fielder, batting in the 7th spot here with 1 out and nobody on for the Indians.
Thompson has 2 home runs for the Indians on the year, 10 RBI. Second on the team in that stat, third on the team in that category.
She'll dig in here. Robertson still in the circle for D-Mac. Swings on this one, kind of jams her a little bit. Second baseman makes the diving play. No, they're going to say it was on the ground. Now the home plate umpire says it was out.
How does the pitcher appeal and then he changes his mind? That's odd.
Well, I didn't hit my replay quick enough.
I thought she was out initially. I thought it was clean.
Too. Yeah, I thought she made the catch.
When he was yelling trap, looking, I don't know what he was looking at, because either she had it or she didn't. So,
well, I think it was one of those where he said it, but then looked at the home plate umpire for some help. I'm not going to argue the call. Is what I'm saying. Is
yeah.
I thought she caught it. So a good job there by the umpires communicating amongst themselves to make sure they got the right call, and a great diving effort over there at second. As that was that Heron? That's at second?
Yes.
That first pitch, a strike here, as this is Martin at the plate. Quickly 2 away here for the Indians. Martin fouls this one back. 0-2 now is the count to Tamayo.
Martin's got a .389 batting average so far this year. 14 hits, 5 RBI on the year. Leads the team with 7 stolen bases. So if she can get on, got a chance to keep moving.
She also has a in-the-park home run on the year.
Cannot beat that.
And swinging strike 3 and a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Robertson. We've played 2. ICC leads it 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And welcome back now as we head to the top of the third inning. Adam Gore, Michael Upton here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. If you would like to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, you can do so by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. So it'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters scheduled up here. For DMAC, I've got it's Palmer, Salyers, and Milanowski scheduled up. Palmer doubled and scored a run, and her only at bat so far in the contest. Listen to that first pitch for a strike. Swings on that one, slow roller to the second baseman. Throw across the way is in time.
Good scoop and turn by Cooper there, because that ball was moving, but so was Palmer. She did a great job of getting it in there before she hit the bag.
So 4-3 on the putout of Palmer. One away now, and this will bring up Salyers, who had a single that drove in Palmer in her previous at-bat. She'll dig in with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the third. Pitch up high for a ball. Shaw still in the circle. Giving up 4 hits so far in the contest.
And struck out 3.
Yep. This one popped up back, and it's going to get out of play. The higher netting is going to be one thing to get used to this season.
Yeah, sent that one right back down at the pitcher circle almost.
Usually that one's almost back at the tennis courts. Of course, we'll talk about this throughout the games today, and we'll talk about it, I'd say, the next inning. How's that sound, Michael, about the
Sounds great.
Construction and everything that's going on here at the ballpark? 2-1 now is the count on Salyers. Or we can just go ahead and talk about it now. I thought we had 2 outs in the inning, but only 1 out. But, yeah, new construction going on, new press box / locker rooms for softball and tennis, as there's a hard hit ball out to left field. And the second hit of the day for Salyers.
Yeah, she's seeing the ball well.
And so, Michael, we had that ice storm that came through and some weather that kind of pushed back the scheduling for the opening. That's typically what happens when you have a major construction project, but a big project going on is going to be something great for the college.
It is, and it's a wonderful looking facility. Glad we're able to use the pieces of it today that we're able to, and when we get the whole thing open, we want everyone to come out for that and get a look on how it's going to support our tennis and softball teams.
And I think that was the biggest selling point on something like this, was the fact that it solves multiple problems, 4 or 5 problems at once.
Yeah, Adam, most of our listeners at home may not know this, our tennis teams have never had a locker room, ever. Not anywhere. They just kind of have to change in their dorm and come down and play, or change in the car if they're late, whatever they got going. So it's a big improvement to be able to provide something for them, as well as our softball team has everything down here at the field. They don't have to go back and forth to other spots on campus. So a great benefit, and it looks great as well. Nice addition to the campus landscape.
This is Milanowski at the plate with a 1-1 count. That pitch just missing at the knees. 2-1 now is the count here on Milanowski. She flew out to center field in her only at bat. There is a runner at first with 1 out. That's Salyers at first base. She's got a pair of singles on the day. Waiting the 2-1 pitch here. This pitch popped up, and it's going to be out in foul territory. Nice play over there by Avery Wolf to get out number 2.
Yeah, nice job just keeping track with it as she's moving back into the right. Gets up over her left shoulder. Snags it in for the second out of the inning.
So with 2 away now, this is going to bring up Kelly to the plate. Shortstop will dig in. She had a single but was left stranded. And her only plate appearance stands in and takes that pitch for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to Campbell Kelly. It's a nice name, how it kind of just flows.
Yeah, very alliterative.
As that one almost right back in your living room for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. Again, we invite you to stay tuned. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have Jones and Wallace State coming up. And then Jones and DMAC will follow that one. And then ICC and Wallace will finish out the evening. That pitch high and outside. Not a bad spot to miss with the 0-2 pitch.
Tyree takes a good look at Sawyers. Make sure she's going to hold her on first base.
2 outs. Runner at first. 2-1 ICC with the lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. Swinging on a low pitch. Popped up. Right fielder's going to go over and will make the play for the out. So a nice job getting out of a slight jam there. Indians maintain the lead here, 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. ICC leading it 2-1. It was an RBI single by Salyers, that scored Palmer in the top of the 1st, and then a 2-run home run by Jesse Smith in the home half of the 1st. And that's the difference in the game right now. That scoring update being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. As this is going to be Cooper at the plate, Chloe Cooper.
Camden?
Yeah, Camden. Is that what I got? Yeah, I don't know why I said Chloe. Camden, my bad.
She comes in today batting .354, 17 hits, pair of RBIs.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Cooper. Well, Cooper, she may be the luckiest person I know, and is that pitch in there for a strike? I may have jinxed her by saying that, but she just needed to go home one weekend. You know, she lives in Louisiana, so she's a long way from home. And coach was like, okay, yeah, let's, you need to go see your family, just kind of get recharged before the season starts. Well, guess what happens the following week?
Oh, we get a big ice storm.
We do. So she got a long break, as there's going to be strike 3 on Cooper. But not only did she get the long break, she would have obviously got it if she was up here, but she got the long break with her family. So I know that did her a lot of good, and her family as well.
Yeah, and being at home better than being 6-7 hours away, whatever her drive is exactly. And so she enjoyed that.
That was the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Robertson. And now we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup here for Turner. She struck out swinging in her first at bat. Listen to that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Turner. Sammy Day Jones is on deck here for the Indians. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Turner.
Turner's seen a lot of similar pitches to what she saw at her first at bat, so she's got to get that bat going and be ready.
Robertson is dialed in. She's given up 2 hits, one of them being a home run, but she has struck out 3. So that pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Turner.
Sunshine coming out.
Thank goodness for the tent now, for sure.
Indeed. Thank you, John Wayne and team.
Maybe a recharge for seating under the shade here in a moment as this pitch popped up. Second baseman calling everyone off and will make the play. Ooh, bobbled it for a second, but still able to hang on to it for out number 2.
Yeah, good job of the first baseman to peel off once it was called. Thought they might have a little collision at first, but then she wisely sidestepped.
So coming to the plate now is going to be Sammy Day Jones. She singled, advanced to second on an error, scored on that 2-run home run by Smith. So she's going to look to try to extend this inning with a 2-out hit here. Shows bunt, fouls it back off the leg of the umpire, strike 1.
Yeah, back in that first inning, she got a hold of one and just drove it straight up the middle, almost through the pitcher, into the outfield.
Sammy Day and the catcher both just chatting it up. The home plate umpire was actually talking with the catcher. She's like, no, I'm checking on you. It hits you, not me. So 0-1 is the count here to Day Jones. Sammy fouls that one back. 0-2 now is the count. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. ICC leading this one 2-1. Robertson looking for her second straight 3-up, 3-down inning here. She's got an 0-2 count here on Jones. That pitch just a bit high. Nice job there.
Good job by Sawyers to go up and snag that one. Nobody on, but still you want to treat everyone the same. So
that takes a lot of talent. Not only spring up out of that, but just find the ball. As now the count goes 1-2 with 2 outs. That pitch, not a bad spot to miss with a 1-2 offering, as Sammy Day able to hold off on that one. But a lot of times you see aggressive batters, especially when they're behind the count, chase those type of pitches. 2-2 now is the count here to Day Jones. Check their swing, and they're going to say ball 3. Just ran in a little bit too much inside over that time. Salyers shaking her head in agreement.
But a great job by Avery to hold up on that one. Sammy to hold up on that.
So the count goes full now. Day Jones and Robertson. Grounder right back to the pitcher. She finds it, throws it over in time for the out. 1-3 to retire Day Jones and end the inning. We played 3 in Fulton. It's ICC 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fourth inning. ICC with a 2-1 lead. Just got a text message from former ICC softball coach Andy Kirk, who is checking in, watching at home. Appreciate Coach Kirk and everyone else that's tuned in this afternoon. If you're watching, hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Or if you got my cell phone number, you can do what Coach Kirk did and just text me and let me know you're watching. You can win a free shout-out. So it's going to be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for DMAC. First pitch fouled back for strike one. Robertson, Traywin, and Bella Nelson due up.
Robertson struck out looking back to end the first inning.
Here the wind starting to pick up here at the ballpark. Fouls that one right back into your living room. 0-2 is the count. I'll say that's not our typical camera setup, but I do like it because when there is a foul ball, it legit looks like it's coming into your living room. Coach Kirk might have tried to catch that one.
Seen him jump out of the way of balls many a times. He might snag one here and there.
0-2 pitch, missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. Shaw still in the circle here for the Indians. She has struck out 3, has scattered 5 hits. And there's a line drive and is scooped up and reeled in there. Nice play over at short, as that was Turner making the play. And so now this will bring up Traywin. She singled, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left stranded back in the second inning. Swings that first one, fouls it back, strike one.
Yeah, she decided on that one kind of late to go at it, and when she did, she just kind of topped it, knocked it down.
She's playing first base. She'll dig in with a 0-1 count. And you can't ask for a better day. Of course, the clouds move in every once in a while, but temperature's going to flirt with the 70s, maybe even creep into the low 70s.
Yeah, I think about 71, 72 is what we're supposed to be getting toward.
As long as you keep a little bit of a breeze that's blowing like it is today, you'll keep cooled off. And unless you're sitting under a tent like we are, thank goodness.
Indeed.
That pitch off speed, but up high, 2-1 now, is the count here to Traywin. Of course, if you're watching out of DMAC or maybe Wallace or Jones or anybody like that, you can hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Or X, the app formerly known as Twitter. As this one hammered, left fielder's going to give chase and will make the diving play.
There's a nomination for What a Play Wednesday right there. Martin getting on her horse, getting out there, reaching out, snags that one.
The diving catch in foul territory up against the fence. If you're Traywin, all you can do is just tip your cap and say good job. So quickly 2 away now, and this is going to bring up Bella Nelson. She struck out swinging in her only at bat so far in the contest. Swings the first pitch and fouls that one over the third base dugout. Strike one. Well, that's in the construction zone, so that ball's gone.
Yeah. We're used to having our players and managers have to chase all these foul balls. You mentioned the new netting. We'll cut down on some of that probably, but that one's probably not going to be picked up, at least not for a little while.
This one hammered, and it's going to drop past the diving center fielder, and that's going to go for extra bases.
She's got a lot of speed, Adam.
she's going to be a triple, a 2-out triple there by Nelson. Heck of an effort out there in center field by Sammy Day Jones. And
yeah, she went for that dive and that outstretch and just missed it.
She's a little slow to get up out there, but
teammates checking on her.
Yep.
She looks like she's going to be okay.
Coach Ernest coming out and yelling, great hustle. That's what you like to see. One of those that you saw the diving catch in foul territory earlier. You don't make the effort, it still drops. But if you do make the effort to make the catch, different story.
And if Martin Knight made that one previously, that's a run scored. So
that pitch is going to be missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count now. This is Heron.
So Martin's effort to keep that, snag that foul ball, keeps a runner off base, keeps a run off the score.
So 1-0 is the count. Heron popped up to the third baseman as that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Right now, if you're Shaw, you just focus on the person in front of you. Try to find that exit here with 2 outs in the inning. Tying run at third here for DMAC. This pitch fouled back. 1-2 now is the count. More fans making their way into the ballpark.
So Wallace State show up. You see them walking around the outfield fence, getting over to warm up for their game after this one.
1-2 now is the count. Shaw's pitch popped up, and it's going to get foul and out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run is at third. We're in the top of the 4th inning here. ICC leading it 2-1 over the number 11 team in the country. This one hammered, and it's going to drop for a base hit, and that will tie the ball game.
That is one. She just went upstairs. Probably hitting coach probably wouldn't like it. She went upstairs, got a hold of that one, and just dropped it right over the second baseman's head into the gap. Scores a run.
Yeah, that's one of those, as we talked about earlier, you see a lot of times players chase on pitches like that. Well, that time she made just enough contact to drop them where they ain't right now. And now we've got a 2-2 contest. We're going to flip it back to the top of the lineup now. This is going to be Ellie Nelson coming to the plate with 2 outs and a 2-2 contest and 1 on first. Swings on the first pitch she sees, pops it up. It's going to get out of play into the dugout, or excuse me, into the bullpen. And that goes for strike 1.
Shaw's had her number so far. Got her to pop out short and struck her out. Swinging. She can keep it going and get out of this inning.
There is 2 outs in a 2-2 contest. A runner at first. Ball skips away, and good job blocking that one up. 1-1 now is the count. Heron's at first. She just had an RBI single that scored Bella Nelson, who tripled after a diving effort in center field. Runner goes, a little hit and run action, foul ball. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, not a bad idea with 2 outs and hitter that's not having success yet today. Trying to take advantage of getting that runner moving.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Ellie Nelson. She's at third base. She had a great play defensively, and she snagged a line drive earlier. Pops this one up. Second baseman is going to go back and will squeeze it for the out. So the Indians get out of the inning with minimal damage done. We've played 3.5, and it's 2-2. DMAC and ICC will come back with the Indians right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Jesse Smith, Riley Tyree, and Julia Shaw due up here for the Indians.
Jesse absolutely tattooed one into right center for a two-run homer back in the first inning.
Calls for time and will step out in this situation. Her fourth home run in 3 games. That fastball right down the middle. I like the moxie of Robertson on that pitch.
Yeah.
Says you took the yard on the last one. I'm bringing it this time. Let's see what you can do.
That is a pitch that Robertson has had working for her all day long against those right-handed batters.
So 0-1 is the count here to Smith. That ball gets away. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. But one thing it does do, it gives us a good read of how the ball's going to start coming off the net. And that ball bounced pretty strong off the net. So, of course, as we said, new backstop, new netting here at the ballpark. So going to have to learn how the new ballpark plays over time. This pitch fouled off. 1-2 now is the count.
Jammed her up inside, got a piece of it, but watching her, how fast she comes around, it's no doubt that she's had 4 home runs in 4 games. Is that what we said?
Yes, 4 home runs in 3 games.
4 homes in 3 games. That's even better.
That pitch high for a ball.
Draws the walk.
Actually, did you say it hit her?
Oh, I guess she's tongue-tied. I saw her talk to him, and he said yes. So, yeah, because there weren't 3 balls on her, were there?
I don't think so. If it was, I didn't have my count right. But they were talking.
But it wasn't an issue of just taking her base. She turned and spoke to the umpire, and he said yes, and so.
Or maybe she was checking if that was ball 4. Maybe we missed one. I don't know. We'll go back and check. I'll right now just lightly write it down as a walk.
Sounds good to me.
So with no outs and runner at first, Tyree's going to lay down the bunt. It's going to go foul for strike 1. That's a good thing about the team keeping game changer now.
Yes, that's
always,
especially for the away games.
Yes.
If it's one we're not able to broadcast for you, you can follow along and see how the team's doing, and also follow on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes, hit by pitch.
Okay.
That's how they're going to score it.
See if she tries to bunt again here.
She does show it, and this one's going to be fouled back. And so 0-2 now is the count here on Tyree.
She's got both of those basically into the same spot, just fouled them straight down. They didn't get out of the box.
And so 0-2 now is the count here. Tyree going to have to guard the dish. Runner on first. 2-2 is the score here in the bottom of the 4th. ICC and DMAC. Slow roller to the third baseman. Only one plays over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. So basically, still works as a bunt.
Yeah.
Just don't get the sacrifice in that case. So 5-3 on the putout. Runner at second now with 1 out.
Brings up Shaw, the pitcher. She grounded out 5-3 to end the first inning. But again, now that the game is tied, runner on second, she's got an opportunity to lay down a single in the outfield and drive in Smith.
2-2 contest here. Is that pitch in there, a strike to Shaw. Yeah, really could help her own cause here. She grounded out 5-3 to end the first. Looking to redeem herself here with a base hit. And just a little bit ahead of that one, 0-2 now is the count as that one goes foul.
He's going to have to watch here, try to keep this at bat alive. Only 1 out, want to get something productive here that's at least going to move the runner over.
So 0-2 is the count. 1 out. Runner at second. And that is Smith, who was hit by a pitch. So D-Mac Robertson getting set to deliver the 0-2 pitch here. This one popped up, and the catcher will make the play. Great effort over there behind the plate.
Got some wicked backspin on that one. Just kind of spun and hung up in the air.
We talked about how aggressive Salyers has been behind the plate, even without runners on the base. Well, that's the reason why. When you're doing that without runners on base, you're rewarded whenever you do get a situation like that to pop up. You're going to be ready. You're going to be locked in, and you're going to get that out. So now with 2 outs in the inning and a runner at second, this is Avery Wolf at the plate. That pitch high for a ball. Wolf grounded out to the shortstop to start the second inning. Other than the hit batter, ICC has not got much to show over the last 10 at-bats as that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
And they were able to take advantage early in the first, but after that home run, Robertson has really done a good job of shutting these Indian bats down.
So 2-0 is the count here to Wolf. Swings on this pitch, pops it up, foul territory. First baseman's going to go over and will make the play for out number 2. So a pair of pop-up and foul territories come back to haunt the Indians after the leadoff batter was hit by a pitch. We've played 4, and ICC and DMAC are tied at 2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network. And welcome back now as we shift to the top of the 5th inning. ICC and DMAC tied at 2. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters due up here. Palmer, Salyers, and Milanowski. Palmer had a double. She scored a run in her first at-bat. Grounded out 4-3 in her previous at-bat. Shaw still in the circle here for the Indians. That first pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Looking like she maybe went aggressive with a bunt or a running something there, get on base and try to get some action.
2-2 is the score. Palmer fouls this one back off the netting. 1-1 now will go the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, nobody on as we're starting the top of the 5th. Rafael Henry, he's here shooting highlights. I believe he might have somebody mic'd up earlier today. And then Cal Brown, he's shooting photos of today's game and updating social media. So you can order photos. Digital downloads available for $1 at ICCimages.com. And then you can, if you're away from your computer, you can follow us on, I'm going to start calling it Twix. Twitter, now X.
I'm just going to be old school and just say Twitter forever.
Yes. You know, it reminds me of the old, I guess you say the old grocery store or maybe the old Quick Stop back home. No matter how many times it changed its name, whatever it was when you grew up, it would be forever.
Yeah, that building is, where Pizza Hut used to be or something like that.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yeah, we got like the building down the road. I don't know what it is, but I do know it's the old Pizza Hut building. It's across from Forgatas, who is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. 3-2 pitch on its way. Grounder. And it's a nice diving effort, but cannot find it. And I'm going to call that an infield hit there for
Cooper,
Palmer.
Yeah, Cooper had to go a long way, knocks that down, keeps it from going out to the outfield, but just can't get it up off the ground in time to get Palmer out.
Yeah, that was been a heck of an effort. She was almost where she slid at.
She was in first base position.
She was almost where Jesse is standing right now at first. So
yeah, because Jesse came in a bit expecting a slap hit. So good defense by Cooper, even though she reached.
That pitch high for a ball now as this is trouble. Salyers 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. She does have an RBI to her credit back in the first inning. So waiting the 1-0 pitch here from Shaw. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. This one hit hard and deep. Right side, and the right fielder will make the play. Well, the first time that Salyers has been retired today.
Yeah. ICC helped there by the fact the wind has died completely at the moment. Had that wind been blowing out to right as it did earlier in the game, that might have caused a little more trouble. Brings up Milanowski, the designated player. She is flew out to center and fouled out to the third baseman.
Takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
ICC and Des Moines tied here in the top of the fifth, 2-2.
This pitch popped up. Wolf's going to give chase in foul territory and will make the play. Second time that Milanowski has been retired by Wolf in foul territory.
Yeah, back-to-back in the third and the fifth innings.
So now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring up Campbell Kelly.
She has a single and a fly out to right.
Coach Annie checking in. She said she's on her way to the ballpark. Her and baby coach got a late start as that pitch missing outside. And see, at ICC,
baby coach is toddler coach now. Every time I turn around, she's grown and grown and grown.
Well, one thing I like about ICC, we always look out for each other. And she asked if I needed anything from Wendy since they're going to stop on the way in. And I said, no, just get baby coach an extra chocolate frosty. And she laughed and said, you will babysit if so.
That's very kind of her to check on us.
That pitch missing high. 2-0 now is the count to Kelly. Flew out to right to end the third, looking to redeem herself here. Line drive just over the head of the shortstop. And the runner will go from first to third. And now DMAC with runners on the corners and 2 outs.
Yeah, Turner timed it, tried to jump for it, but just a nice shot over her head by Kelly that she could not get to.
Yeah, one of those that if Haley was about 4 inches taller, would have been an out.
Yeah, she was 6'5", she might be able to get there.
It's the 9th hit of the contest for the Bears. And a chance to take the leads. They led 1-0 after the top of the first as that pitch in there for a strike. It was an RBI single by Salyers that scored Palmer in the top of the first. ICC answered with a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the first. And then it was an RBI single by Heron that scored Nelson, who tripled with 2 outs in the fourth. And that's where we're at now, as that's a scoring update being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union here in Fulton.
Shaw faced the same situation, 2 outs, runner on third in the bottom of the fourth, and was able to get out of it. So let's see if she can do it again here in the fifth.
0-2 pitch, missing inside, runner goes, and the ball deflected. Like it was one of those that they were trying to set up the throw to see if the runner was going to take off.
Yeah, I think it was an attempted trap play. Shaw taps herself. My bad, I didn't catch that one down to try to catch the runner at third.
Well, that'll be a stolen base there for Kelly as that pitch in the dirt nicely blocked up there by Tyree. Well, this is Robertson at the plate, could really help her own cause here with the base hit. 2-2 contest. Runners at second and third. Anything down to the outfield you imagine will score 2 runs. 2-2 pitch. That one missing low and outside. Good eye by Robertson to hold off on that one as the count goes full.
She has struck out and lined out so far in this inning. this game.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here. This one popped back off the netting, and we'll stay at 3-2.
This new netting may speed up play just a little bit.
Yep.
Keeping some of those balls in. We don't have to get new balls into the umpire quite as often as we've had to in the past.
So the 3-2 pitch coming from Shaw, and just finding a piece of it as Robertson knew that she chased a bad one there, but was able to find a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive here. 3-2 will remain the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Top of the 5th inning, 2-2, ICC and DMAC. This ball lifted, trouble, and it's going to drop, and 2 runs will score here as DMAC was going on contact, and that is a clutch 2-out hit there. Back-to-back singles by the Bears, and that's going to be a 2-run single there by Robertson.
As you said, Robertson finally getting a chance to help herself. She missed that opportunity in the first. Just puts it out there in that no man's land, and the runners going with 2 outs. They score easily.
Well, we'll probably have a runner coming into this situation for the pitcher, and that's going to be the case as this will be number 14.
That is Mia Walker, a freshman outfielder.
So Walker will enter to run. Feel like that'll be a substitution for a substitution in the exchange of innings here. This substitution is being brought to you by our friends at Fagata's. Fagata's Mexican Grill, located right down the road from us here at, well, I'd say soccer field mainly. We're a little bit further away, but it's located next to Davis Ford, who is another proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. We do encourage you to go out and thank those sponsors that you've seen throughout the day, and those that we'll mention, also Bank Oklahoma. John Harrod and all the fine folks at Bank Oklahoma are proud to sponsor this afternoon's action here on the ICC Sports Network. So runner at first, as this is still going to be Traywin coming to the plate here for the Bears. 2 outs. India's looking for the exit. A 2-run single that scored 2 runs, or excuse me, yes, obviously it scored 2 runs if it's a 2-run single.
Hey, you never know. We've seen odder things happen.
That is true. Swing and a miss at the rise ball there. 0-1 is the count, but it was a 2-run single by Robertson, who is at first, has made the difference in the game right now at 4-2 here in the top of the 5th. Pitch high, runner goes, and the throw down is going to hit the runner, and the ball gets away, and that's going to allow her to go to third.
Yeah, it just went through Turner's glove, hit the runner, and bounced into the outfield.
So that'll be a stolen base, advance on the error, and aggressive base running there by the Bears, and now an insurance run a little bit closer to home here. 1-1 is the count here to Traywin. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She was a victim of a great defensive play out in left field as this ball's going to be popped up, and it's foul.
Oh, he called it in. That was clearly out.
Wow.
I don't know if you've got a replay on that one, Adam, but
we're going to try and see.
That's a John McEnroe kind of a situation there.
We'll see here. Well, no, we're not going to have enough time to look at it. I had to back it up 30 seconds to try to figure it out. Boy, tough break for the Indians. Clear foul ball called fair as we're down the line with the umpire, and that pitch in there for a strike. But the run scores, so credit DMAC. They've put 3 on the board, and all 3 of those have come with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, credit Walker for the steal and the hustle to be running just in case.
As that pitch missing for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. That's what you do. You put yourself in those situations to take advantage of them. That's part of the game. There's a ground ball right back up the middle. The bats have heated up here for DMAC as that is back-to-back-to-back singles as Nelson gets her second hit of the game. And the Indians still cannot find the exit here in the top of the 5th inning, and it's kind of been the MO of the Indians over the last few weeks. They play well, then all of a sudden the wheels kind of start rattling late in the contest, and 3 runs so far here on the board in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, it's clutch when you can get 2 out hitting, and DMAC is definitely taking advantage of it in this inning.
That's the reason why they are such a successful program like they are. as this pitch is popped up, and the throw over to first is in time. Just got her by a step, 5-3 on the putout. But DMAC does the damage. They score 3 on 5 hits. One error and 1 left on base. The Indians got some work to do in the bottom half of the 5th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As anticipated, Robertson will re-enter the contest here to pitch in the bottom of the 5th after being ran for there. A 3-run top of the 5th for DMAC makes it a 5-2 contest. And for ICC, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Emma Rose Thompson, Tamaya Martin, and Camden Cooper. So the Indians need to find some bats here. They haven't had a hit since Smith's 2-run home run.
And they really need this bottom third of the lineup to come through and find something to keep that spark going.
That pitch fouled straight back over the extra tall netting now. And that'll go for strike 1. This is Emma Rose Thompson. She popped up to the second baseman in her only plate appearance so far in the contest. 0-1 is the count here. Robertson, as we talked about, in the circle. That pitch missing in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count. But yeah, those 3 runs, all 3 of them coming with 2 outs in that previous inning, and that's what separates mediocre teams from good teams. Good teams find a way to come up with those clutch 2-out hits and keep them going, and that's exactly what DMAC did there in the top half of the 5th. Thompson thought about it, didn't like it, called a strike.
And Adam, they were doing the work. It wasn't at ICC. They did have the error on the throw with the attempted stolen base, but they were earning it with the hits.
Yeah, that run would have scored either way because even after the error, they had 2 singles after that. That pitch missing outside for a ball. So the count's 2-2 here on Emma Rose Thompson. She's playing in right field here for the Indians. 2-2 pitch on its way and hit her.
Yep.
Second time today we've had a hit batter. That's how we started the previous inning. Unfortunately for the Indians, though, they couldn't do anything with that.
And they stranded Smith out at second base.
Thompson going to run to get loose over there. Imagine we'll get a runner in place of her over here in this situation. We'll see if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, they're going to bring in number 8. That is Lakin Nichols, the freshman, I believe out of Morville.
The pride of Morville. I am contractually obligated to call her that. No, I'm kidding. She's a good kid. She's
some Morville folks in the stand today, probably out here to see her.
So now this is going to be Martin coming to the plate. Martin struck out swinging to end the second. Indians trail at 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Shows bunt, lays it down. This is going to be a tough play for DMAC. Not a chance.
Great job by Martin, and showed off her speed there. As soon as the ball was hit, she was down that line.
She's quicker than Walt Flanagan's dog and proved it off there. As would have took a great play to get out an average runner there, but she was already through the bag before the pitcher thought about turning to throw that one.
Yeah, it was a combination of a very good bunt. Dropped it right between the catcher and the pitcher, and her speed as well.
So now the tying run coming to the plate here for the Indians with no outs. This is Cooper batting in the 9 spot, playing second base here for the Indians. ICC trying to spark a rally after giving up 3 in the top half of the 5th. That's going to be a foul ball off the catcher. Strike 1.
We talked about when the inning started, we needed this bottom third of the lineup to come through, get some production. That hit by pitch works, it helps, and then now we've got 2 on with no out.
Thompson was hit by a pitch. Nichols came in to run for her. Then it was a single on a bunt by Martin. This pitch fouled back and out of play. 0-2 now is the count here to Cooper.
Good swing there by Cooper. Was not going for the bunt attempt that time.
So 0-2 is the count. Runners at first and second. 5-2, D-Mac with the advantage. This one fouled off, and we'll stay at 0-2.
Just get that timing just right. She's going to have something to work with here. Robertson really keeping the hitters off balance most of the game, as we've noted.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Robertson. This one's ripped, and it's caught, and that's going to be an unfortunate double play there for the Indians. What a play over there. That was just a line drive to the shortstop that caught it at her shoelaces. Umpire was in the right spot at the right time to recognize that it was not a trap. And nothing that you could do there if you were Lakin as you were going on contact. And it was just a big-time play there for D-Mac.
Yeah, it really comes through big to help them, ICC, with a great opportunity here to try to claw back into this game. And you erase 2 outs on 1 swing.
That was a Little Caesars double play. Little Caesars, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. Runner goes, throw down is not in time. That'll be a stolen base for Martin.
Number 8 on the year for Martin. She continues to lead this ICC club in that category.
This is Turner at the plate. Hallie 0 for 2 on the day, looking to come up with a timely 2-out hit here for the Indians. Looks at that pitch. It's in there for a strike. Missed what the first pitch was called. I believe it was a ball.
Yeah, I've got 1-1.
So 1-1 is the count here to Turner. She's at short here in the first of 4 games this afternoon. That pitch, not a bad spot to miss there as Turner able to hold off on it. 2-1 now is the count. If Turner were to reach it, it'd be Sammy Day Jones up next for the Indians. Two-one pitch, ripped, and through the legs of the third baseman. That's going to go for a base hit. And Martin scores with ease.
Turner finally finds what she's been looking for all day. Drives that one right between the legs of the third baseman. Brings in Martin to score with her speed.
Yeah, that was a blistering shot. The only thing you could do over there at third base on a hit like that is to protect yourself. And that's exactly what Nelson did. She tried to get a glove in front of it, but instead it goes for a RBI single. A clutch 2-out hit there for the Indians, and it's now 5-3. D-Mac with the lead, and this is going to be Sammy Day Jones coming to the plate. She's 1 for 2 in the afternoon. Singled, scored a run. She did advance on an error. Looks at that first pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here today, Jones. Well, the Indians trying to do what D-Mac did in the top half of the inning, spark a little bit of a 2-out rally here. Tying run is at the plate here for the Indians in Day Jones. And she hammers this one back to the wall, and it's going to be down at the wall. This is going to score another one. Day Jones will go in for the double. Nope.
Whoa.
Smart call there by...
Yeah, heck of a cutoff and a throw by the shortstop, because if she'd have kept for home, she'd have been out easy.
Yeah, I'm going to say heck of a recognition of that by Coach Ernest over there, because I was saying it's going to score a run, but instead a heck of a throw out there in left field by Palmer to quickly get that thing back in. It hit right at the base of the fence, so it kind of bounced back towards her. If it hits at the bottom of the fence, it kind of sticks. So a break there for D-Mac, an unfortunate break for the Indians. But now here comes Jessie Smith. She's 1 for 1 the day with a 2-run home run. And chases that first pitch for Strike one. She's kind of laughing at herself.
Yeah, she's smiling, laughing, knows that she went after that down and away one that she shouldn't have.
Well, a tying run at second right now for the Indians. 2 outs in the inning. DMAC looking for the exit. ICC trying to get the merry-go-round spinning here. Grounder to the shortstop. Throw across the way is in time, and that'll do it. 6-3 on the putout. Good job there by the Bears not to panic. Knew they had time to get that last out. The Indians rally comes up short there. But they do score 1 in the inning. It's 5-3. We played 5. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors, including Little Caesars, and be back with more right after this.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back now as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Indians threatened to tie it up, but just could not come up with that timely hit with 2 outs in the inning. That's what we saw DMAC do in the top of the 5th, Michael. And so we talked about it, those teams that can find those 2-out hits, get those 2-out merry-go-rounds to spin in there. That's what DMAC did, and that's why they lead it 5-3.
Yeah, you got to take advantage. And ICC, that crazy double play there erased another run ICC would have had.
So basically what we saw earlier, Emma Rose Thompson will come back into the contest out in right field for the Indians. I like this home plate umpire. A lot of times they don't think about us on getting those substitutions in.
We didn't agree on that one call earlier, but this is one of the umpires I enjoy the most when he's out here.
Yep.
He has always been fair and good, and like you said, he communicates to the booth as well.
Well, I've known the home plate umpire all the way back in my TV7 days. Good guy. He is no Jackie Caldwell, though.
Well, who is?
I'm hoping Marty will go back and watch this. This pitch hammered out to right field and going to be a foul ball. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs here as we're in the top of the 6th inning. Shaw trying to find a Renaissance Bank strikeout here. And that pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss with a 0-2 count.
Yeah, you can always afford to try to see if they'll chase.
I believe this is Ellie Nelson. We're back to the top of the lineup here.
That is correct. The third baseman, Ellie Nelson. She's 0 for 3 on the day. 2 pop-outs and a strikeout.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Took an awkward hop, but able to find it. Throw.
Pulled her off
the bag. And so that's going to be an error to start the inning. And I really think that awkward hop is really what caused it there. Is it kind of looked like a Jim Ingram drive. It hit the ground instead of bouncing up. It hit the ground and just took off running like a worm burner. And so the error to start the inning will put Nelson on. And now this brings up Palmer. Palmer has been a tough out for the Indians today. She's got a single and a double and 2 runs scored. Shows bunt, pops it up, and Shaw can't find it. And that's going to go for an infield single.
Yeah, it just dropped right in front of her, and then her glove could not. She tried to pick it up with the glove, couldn't get it up, and gave everybody time to get on safely.
Yeah, it's one of those, just put it in no man's land. As really wasn't expecting the bunt in that situation as the infield wasn't in. Shaw did everything she could to get to it. But nice start to the inning here for DMAC. They've got runners on first and second with no outs. They're up 5-3. Shows bunt again. This time goes foul. Well, if it worked, it works. Keep trying it. But that one goes foul for strike 1. Remind you to stay tuned next. We'll have Jones and Wallace State coming your way here on the ICC Sports Network. That pitch high. Runner got a huge jump from second, but quickly trotted back. 1-1 now is the count.
Turner did a good job on the shifting defense, covering third. Keep that runner at second.
That pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Salyers. She's also been a tough out today. She's got a pair of singles, an RBI, and her last at bat flew out to right field. This one fouled back, evens the count up at 2-2.
And that fly out to right field, she got every bit of it, so it was a strong, strong strike.
That was the first out of that fifth inning. That DMAC scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the inning. This pitch foul back will stick at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second. The off-speed pitch, couldn't get her to go fishing for that one. Now the count goes full at 3-2.
Runners on, they're going to be running here with 2 strikes.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Shaw. And this one hammered. Left fielder's going to go back and will make the play.
Good throw back in by Martin to keep that runner at second. As soon as she caught it, she came up throwing, and good strike down to Wolf at third base.
So with 1 out in the inning now, this is going to bring up Milanowski. She's 0 for 3. Her last 2 outs have been pop-ups and foul territory to the third baseman. She also flew out to center field in her first at bat. So with 1 out, runners on first and second here for DMAC. Indians would love to turn a Little Caesars double play. As this pitch popped up, left fielder will get it and will reel it in again. And that'll be out number 2.
Keeping Martin busy out there.
So 2 away now. And this is going to bring up Campbell Kelly. Kelly has got a couple of hits on the day. She's got a steal and a run scored as well. It's 5-3 here in the top of the 6th. DMAC with the lead over the Indians. This is where DMAC did the damage in the top of the 5th with 2 outs in the inning. This ball popped up to the right side. Right fielder's going to come in and make the play for out number 3. Nice job there by the Indians finding the exit. Now can ICC warm up the bats. They got it going a little bit there in the bottom half of the 5th. Can they do it in the 6th? It'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up. Tyree, Shaw, and Wolf. We'll find out after this break and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tyler Kemp joining us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Tyler, there's an extra headset down there.
We're always blessed when he joins us.
Absolutely. It's always. Is that pitch high? He knew that was coming as soon as he walked over here. He set himself up for that. He won some big award at Mississippi State. I think it was like all-time alumnus of the year at Mississippi State or something like that. Congratulations to, there's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw across the way, a little low, but dug up nicely there. Tyree retired 6-3.
And Traywin snagged that one up off the dirt, secures the out.
And so now 1 out in the inning. And this is going to bring Julia Shaw. Shaw popped up to the catcher in foul territory. In her last at bat, she's also grounded out 5-3. So looking to try to help her cause here with a base hit. 1 out, 5-3. ICC trailing it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch missing high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, we'll have clouds 1 minute and sun the next, but as long as it don't rain, we'll be okay. Helps keep the temperature down a little bit. 1-0 is the count here to Shaw. Robertson still in the circle here for DMAC. That pitch in there for a strike. She has looked sharp today. She's only given up 5 hits. She has struck out 3. She has hit 2 batters, but for the most part, she's been able to get out of trouble the few times that she's been in them.
Yeah, she worked her way out of that jam back in the 5th inning.
1-1 pitch here. This one fouled back. And now we'll go 1-2. And a large part of that is, Michael, because she's been able to get ahead of batters and stay ahead of batters.
Yeah, she's really, especially with us having so many right-handed batters, she's worked that outside corner very effectively. Shaw's going to ditch her glove.
So she
go
will
with a new approach.
Dig in here with a 1-2 count with 1 out and nobody on. That pitch missing outside. Now the count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, ICC trailing 5-3. Shaw can't catch up the low fastball. Strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout. That is going to be the 4th of the game for Robertson.
ICC starting to run out of outs here. Being behind by 2. Going to need Wolf here to spark something like they did in the previous inning and keep this alive.
She's 0 for 2 on the day. She popped up in foul territory to the first baseman to end the 4th in her last at bat. She's grounded out to shortstop as well. Swings on the first pitch she sees. Trouble, but the right fielder is going to cover a lot of ground and make the play. 3 up, 3 down go the Indians. They're in the 6th. They trail it 5-3. We'll take a break and be back with the 7th inning right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. DMAC looking to add on some insurance runs here. They lead it 5-3 after a 3-run 5th inning. All 3 of those runs coming with 2 outs in the inning. ICC would like to find a 3 up, 3 down inning here and see if they can maybe spark a rally there in the bottom of the 7th inning. For DMAC, it'll be Robertson, Traywin, and Bella Nelson scheduled up. First pitch is going to be swung on and a line drive right to the shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you like.
Yeah, especially when you're here deep in the 7th. Shaw wants to work this as quick as possible and get her bats back out there, give a chance to tie this game up or push it to extra innings or get the win, get the walk-off.
So this is Traywin. She is 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Takes that first pitch across the letters for a strike.
And she's got a pair of singles and then fouled out to Martin.
Remind you, stay tuned. We'll have the Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way next as this pitch popped up and apparently got out of play.
Yeah, that one must have been real high if it cleared out and didn't bounce back down on us.
So 0-2 now is the count here on Mia Traywin. And this one popped up. Infield, Wolf calling everyone off and will make the play for out number 2. So 2 away now, and here comes trouble in Bella Nelson. She has had the hot bat of late. She had a single the last time up, was left stranded, but she also tripled and scored a run. That was back in the 4th inning. The triple was because of an effort out there in center field as Sammy Day had a chance to make a diving catch. Just couldn't find it, and you don't really fault Sammy Day on trying to make that play because it would have ended the inning. That first pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Shaw's pitch at the knees for a strike one. 1-1 now is the count here on Bella Nelson. She's playing in center field. She's had a pretty quiet day. Most of the Indians' outs today have been ground balls. As there's a swing at the fastball, couldn't catch up with it. 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs here in the inning. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here. And this one hit, popped up. It'll get out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Just try to go upstairs and get a hold of that rise ball and just push it off to the left. Out in the bullpen area where Wallace State's warming up for their game after this one.
1-2 pitch coming. This one popped up, and it's going to get out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2 once again. Well, as we said, it's going to be fun going and get some of those foul balls in the construction area as they're fenced in over there.
Well, I cannot remember his name, but the manager for this team here, he's had a busy day of running out there and getting those.
So the 1-2 pitch on its way in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count here on Nelson. I said she's playing center. She's actually in right field. She's batting 8th.
Freer, the center field, is the flex player. We've not seen her at the plate today.
This pitch fouled off, and a nice little battle going here between Nelson and Shaw as the count is at 2-2. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. And it's a slow roller to the first baseman. We'll scoop it up, step on the bag, and that will be out number 3. A rare 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Bears. ICC, they're down to their final 3 outs of the inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see if ICC's got a rally in them. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
And welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3, DMAC with the lead for ICC. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up here. Do the Indians have a little bit of magic left in the bats here late in the contest? Emma Rose Thompson, who was hit by a pitch in her last at bat, will start us off here. Takes that pitch in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, would love to see this bottom half of the lineup do the same thing they did in the 5th inning, get 2 on with no out, and get an opportunity to tie this game up.
Ball 1 to Thompson. Rips that one, but it's going to go foul. 1-1 now is the count. Just a little bit ahead of that off-speed pitch there. Nice job taking a little bit off of it that time by Robertson. She's trying to go the distance here for DMAC to get the win. Tying run on deck for the Indians. That pitch missing for a ball. 2-1 now, the count.
Yeah, good eye there. Know that one's going to keep trailing out.
2 balls, 1 strike. Emma Rose Thompson at the plate here, leading us off in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch up but in the zone for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. A tough one to hold off on there.
Indeed, but
not one she wanted. That's the important
We've seen Robertson just being really good at placing her pitches today.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Robertson to Thompson. Thompson rips one, and it's going to drop. And that's going to be a leadoff single there for Thompson.
ICC's got to have base runners, and she went out and got that one, dropped it right in front of the center fielder. Freer.
Yeah, heck of an effort by Freer out there. She was in no man's land. If she dives and don't make the play, the ball gets away, and Thompson runs for a while. So a smart decision by not trying to dive for that one, but instead to let it hit. And we'll have a runner probably coming in this situation here.
This time it's going to be number 9, Brianna Clemens.
So Clemens will dig in, and DMAC looks like they're going to have a pitching change. Call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guarantee Bank. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guarantee Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back. So we did have the call to the bullpen. The Bears are going to make the change there. This call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guarantee Bank. Michael, I know you've got the name and information there on the new pitcher.
That is going to be number 19, Lauren Foudry. She's a sophomore right-handed pitcher. This is her 4th appearance. She has started 1 game, has 1 win, 1 loss, 1 complete. No wins, 1 loss, 1 save.
She is entering in a save situation here. It'll be Martin to start us off with the runner at first. Martin shows bunt. Runner's going to go, and the ball gets away, and that's a break for the Indians.
It is. Might have been a close tag there, but Clemens is able to get in cleanly.
That one just short hopped the shortstop, and Clemens, like she kind of slipped out of the gate that time.
Going back to Foudry, she has given up 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those earned. Walked 5, but struck out 11.
So now a runner at second here for the Indians with no outs. They're going to say she went. Good call there. I do agree that she did commit to it.
Yeah, especially with the run in motion. It makes it really hard to say you didn't go whenever your whole body's moving forward.
And the home plate umpire didn't hesitate on calling it a strike either. So 0-2 now is the count here to Martin. Martin's got to dig in and protect the plate here. Runner at second with no outs. Fouls this one off. We'll stay at 0-2. If you're just now joining us, we welcome you. You've missed a heck of a ball game. ICC with no outs. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Clemens is at second. She's running in place of Emma Rose Thompson, who singled to start the inning. And that pitch just high and outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count here to Martin.
Martin also able to keep that bat back a little better this time, even with the run in motion.
She had a single, stole the base, and scored a run. In her last at bat, she struck out the end of the second in her first. 1-2 is the count. Pops this one up. Infield's going to come in and make the play. Clemens wisely, quickly gets back, and that's out number one. Well, nice pitch to get the pop up, especially to the left side of the field, because that would not allow the runner any chance to advance, even had it dropped in that case.
Yeah, ICC definitely hoping for that bunt situation there, but unable to get it down. And
so this is going to be Cooper at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, and she lined into a Little Caesars double play. This is that first pitch. It's across for a strike. So the tying run at the plate here for the Indians. Cooper batting in that 9 spot. Indians would love to get her on base. Have the top part of the lineup coming up with only 1 out in the inning. Clemens at second. Cooper at the plate. Shows bunt, lays it down. There's only going to be 1 play, and it's over to first, and it's in time. 1-3 on the putout of Cooper. And now we go to the top of the lineup with 2 outs in the inning. And still the tying run at the plate here, and this is going to be Turner coming to the dish.
She came through back in the 5th inning with a RBI single. Later advanced, was left at third.
She's 1 for 3 on the day. Indians hoping that top part of the lineup can stay hot here. D-Mac looking for the exit to get the win. That first pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Hallie Turner. She's at short here in the first of 4 games this afternoon. Jones and Wallet State coming up next here. Swing, found a piece of it, the umpire says. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tying run at home plate. If you're D-Mac, you're not necessarily worried about the runner at third in this case.
Right. You just want to get that third out.
Turner trying to come up with a clutch 2-out hit here for the Indians. That pitch high. 2-1 now is the count. High drama here in this one. Indians trying to spark a rally with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 5-3. Turner at the plate. Pops this one up right side. Is it going to get out of play? And it does. Big time break there for the Indians.
Indeed, second baseman made a heck of an effort, got over there into the foul territory to try to make a play. And even the right fielder came in all the way. So D-Mac not taking that third out lightly. They're hustling on defense.
Well, that is going to be strike 2 on Turner. So 2-2 now is the count with 2 outs. 5-3 D-Mac with the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Indians looking to spark a 2-out rally here. Turner representing the tying run at the plate. She puts a bat on this one, and it's going to be gloved in foul territory, and we'll stay at 2-2. Well, she stopped for a second and then realized that ball's got some funny spin on it. And she continued down the line, but luckily for the Indians, it did stay foul, and we'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-3 D-Mac with the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Hallie Turner at the plate. Pitch on its way. This one popped up. Second baseman calling everyone off and will squeeze it. Bobbled it for a second, but held on to it, and that will do it. Your final score in this one, ICC, will fall to number 11 D-Mac by the final score of 5-3. We'll take a break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC, well, they had an opportunity a couple of times late in the game, Michael, to come back, but they fall 5-3 here to the number 11 DMAC. Your thoughts on this afternoon's game?
Well, you see it's ICC coming against this highly ranked team that plays very well, and they went toe-to-toe with them all the way to that last out. They did have those opportunities in the bottom of the fifth and bottom of the seventh. They just couldn't quite push all the extra runs in they needed, but they did not give up. A lot of hustle and a lot of things that they can build and grow on.
You're taking a look at some Little Caesars halftime, or excuse me, not halftime. My goodness, I'm still in basketball. Well, technically it is still basketball season.
We're in multiple sports seasons right now.
Yeah, but some of those final highlights, I guess is what I'm trying to say
post
here.
Post-game, not halftime.
Post-game. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at the final line. That's what I'm trying to get to.
There we go.
Final line here for DMAC. They improved to 7-4 overall. ICC falls to 7-11. DMAC 5 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. ICC 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. We'll take a look at some of these stats here. For DMAC, it was Kelsey Palmer. She had 3 hits on the afternoon. She went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 runs scored. Salyers had a pair of singles. She did have an RBI. Kelly had 2 singles, a run scored. Then you also had Traywin with 2 singles. Bella Nelson, she had a triple and a single as well, and a run scored, and then an RBI single for Heron there for DMAC. For ICC, we're going to name our Samstown Market star of the game in this one, and
I think you got to go with Jessie Smith, the 2-run home run.
Yep, say Jessie, her only hit of the day is she was hit by a pitch, but she has had a hot bat. She's had 4 home runs in the past 3 games, so Jessie is our Samstown Market star of the game. Sammy Day Jones as well, a good day for her. She had a double and a single, a run scored, and then an RBI single for Hallie Turner. And Emma Rose Thompson was 1 for 2 with a single. And Tamaya Martin, 1 for 3. She did have a stolen base and a run scored to go along with the single as well. Well, Michael, your thoughts on the first time seeing the Indians this season? Well, your second time seeing the Indians this
first
season.
time to see them here at home, quote-unquote home. Just DMAC out hit us, I was 13-6, and that makes all the difference. And they were able, especially in that, let me get my notes back out here, that top of the fifth with 2 outs, that was the difference in this game. With 2 outs, they were able to get 4 back-to-back singles, some stolen bases and RBIs that made the difference in this game. And, a game between 2 good teams that are fairly closely matched. By watching this, that 1 inning can make all the difference.
Absolutely, that's what we said. 2-out hitting is big in the game of softball, and that's what DMAC did today to be able to get that 5-3 win. We're going to take a break, come back probably in about 30 minutes as we'll have the Jones and Wallace State game coming your way here on the ICC Sports Network. Back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.